YouTube was happening. It is Thursday, January 16th, and now we're going to talk about college basketball because we have 63-ish games, I believe. There's a lot of games up there, and some games started super early for no reason. Like, why are they starting so early? So either way, we have all these games. You can see we got some ranked teams playing, so we're going to break all these games down. A little recap of yesterday. You can see we went 8-2. We absolutely crushed it. The only losses was Western Carolina. That plus they did not play up to their average, and the over in the SIUE Missouri State game. Everything else was good, I believe. I think those are the ones. Yeah, so everything else was good there. We like that. We will take that anytime we can get it. Yeah, that's right. Those are the two. If you want the plays typed out like this, or if you want access to these spreadsheets where you can see, all the teams and everything, you want to do the research on your own, all you got to do is go over to the HQ, join it. Simple as that. Easy peasy. And you can do your own research if you want, because we have a lot of games to go through. I want to roll through every single game as fast as I can and see if we can break these down, try to find some more value. So let's go ahead and jump to the first one right now. Okay, so everybody, if you're new here, I like to roll through. It's not the same as the like NBA or the professional sports. It's more of a discussion. So what I do is we show the games like, here, let's jump to the first one. We have, first game is going to be Coppin State, and they're playing Cheney, PA. We're not going to talk about that. Clearly, we don't cover games against teams I don't have data for. So as you can see, I don't have it. Next game is going to be NJIT versus Maine. This game's already going on. There's no point in talking about it because you won't see it, so it doesn't matter. Now tonight we have actual games that matter. UMBC versus New Hampshire. We're going to go through every single game on the schedule, and we do a quick look. If it doesn't make sense, we don't mess with this. So 22 versus 114, that's advantage UMBC. 323-11, that's a push. That does nothing for us. Same for the threes. It's the same as the NBA, except it's a little quicker because it's college. We don't have to worry about props because I don't do college props because they're banned in half the states, it feels like. So, and it's just, man, the video would be way too long if I did that too. So, and I don't have data for stats really for props. So a little bit here, defense. Yeah, you can see how it goes there. I don't care about this game. We move on. So Albany Bryant, out of 63 games, I'd probably say I might have 10 to 15 plays, tops, maybe. Then you see things like this where it's like, whoa, you're the third worst three-point shooting team in the country in the last 3 games. And you're probably wondering, why do I use last 3? Why don't I use last 10, last 5, last 7? I use 3 for a reason, because in college, they spread their games out. In the NBA, they'll play a game every other day. They'll play back-to-backs. You don't get that in college. You can go a full week between games in college. 3 games on average is about 2 weeks. That's just how it is. If you try to go 7 to 10 games, you're over a month back, and data that old does not work for us. So we need to focus on more recent games. Anything in 2 weeks, you can still be in the slump. You can still be streaky. That's how sports are. So we do 2 weeks in college. It works out great, as you saw 8-2 yesterday. So, so this is defense. These two right here versus these two, that is Bryant's defense. That is Bryant's offense. That is Albany defense, and that is Bryant's defense. So no, nothing there for us. Now, when I say these, I want 4 of a size. So I either want 4 offenses, 4 defensive advantages, 4 Bryant's, or 4 Albany's. That's how I want to do it. So 3 I might look at, but sometimes, we'll see. You'll see as I go. Delaware's up next for Stony Brook. So this is Delaware offense, Delaware defense, Delaware offense, Delaware defense. So this is a Delaware game. We want to look at Delaware. Currently, they're at home too. So now we want to find what their odds are. Delaware, if I could spell, where, there we go. They're 10.5 at home. That seems high, but the fact that this is these are some big advantages, especially this one. They're the 21st best 3-point shooting team in the country, facing the 333rd. That's hard to say. Worst defense in the country, and they get a lot of, they make 8.7 threes a game. I'll take Delaware by 10.5. This is a game I feel they should come out and absolutely roll them. So let's go to my things over here and just delete some of this stuff so I have it. Boom. And this is what Delaware. So I'm going to take Delaware minus 10.5. 10.5 if I could type. My God, my typing is terrible today. All right, so we got Delaware. All right, let's move on to the next one from here, which is going to be Bellarmine. We just go down the list. And if you squint your eyes, you can kind of tell who's a good team. Like Lipscomb's clearly better than Bellarmine. You can look at the records and see that. You can see green and yellow versus yellow and red. So 55 versus 332. Lipscomb's going to have no problem scoring. 43 versus 309. They have no problem scoring. So if anything, hell, their team total might be good too. They're averaging 85, bruh. Defense, that is a push. And that is, so we got 3 for Lipscomb. Let's look at that one, see what we got. They're favored by 15.5 on the road. We don't take double-digit road favorites. We just don't do it. Home, maybe, but not the road. We don't do that. So weird things happen in college sports on the road. Something about it, man. Home court, home field matters so much in college. It don't matter much in pros, but in college, it matters a lot. So I'm going to pass. Sorry. I mean, I lean them, but I'm not taking it. If you want to take it, by all means, good luck. I just don't do it. Where we go? We're going to Dunk City. We're going to FGCU versus West Georgia. And 3 and 14. Let's see. That's FGCU. That's FGCU. That's FGCU. And that is a push. So if you want to go with these, let me see what the odds are. 13.5. See, I was thinking more like 6 or 7. Just my feel, my vibe. That's why it didn't come out good. So now we're on to Temple versus Memphis. It's a good game. This is number 18 Memphis, by the way, on the road. Let me go ahead and see this versus this is Memphis. That's Memphis. That's a push, and that's a push. The 4th best 3-point shooting team versus the 6th best defense. That is a hell of a battle. These two as well. Memphis is going to do well inside the arc, but outside the arc, it could go either way. We don't know. So I'm pretty sure Memphis is going to be a nice favorite on the road too. I can guarantee 8.5. See, that's too much. I just don't. There's not enough advantage for me to really want to take it. The efficiencies are about the same. There's nothing standing out here. Don't be surprised that this is a good game. Some people think Temple's going to get their ass kicked. Think that they might, but don't be surprised if Temple wins. That's all I'm saying. So, moving on to Minnesota. 3 versus 203 is Michigan. That's Michigan. That's Michigan. That's a push. We got 3 Michigans and a push. So we could look at Michigan and see if there's any value there. Because if it's a short line, I'll take Michigan. Like it's 9.5. That's not a short line. That's a big line. So we ain't doing that. And then we're not looking at offense because Michigan doesn't know how to score from inside the arc apparently. And their defense is good. You could take Michigan if you want. I lean Michigan, but I'm not touching it. So moving from there to Longwood. Number 2 versus High Point. Wow. So that's High Point, that's High Point, that's High Point, and that's Longwood. So offense, and a defense. This is a good matchup, actually, to be honest. They've already played 19 games each. Wow. The season is just moving along, isn't it? Longwood. This is 153 is our total. That's the first thing I want to see. It's 153. Look, 2nd and 54th high scoring. They're both very high paced teams. 96 and 81. In the last 3, they're averaging 177.3 at the high end. Low end of what they're giving up was that 162, and both of those are in the over under is well below that range. So we're going to take the over 153 in this game. So 153.5. We're going to take the over for this one. Just because it's not in the range. If it's outside the range, we tend to take it. That's how we did. It worked great. It's been working great all season, actually. So we'll just keep doing it. This is if they play to their averages. If they play above or below, is not hit. But as long as they play to their averages, is what we do. It works out great usually. So moving on from here, let's move to Vermont is facing Binghamton. So you can see how it goes there. 70 versus 8 is Vermont. Almost a push, but still leans Vermont defense. This is a push clearly. This leans Vermont. That is a push. So there's nothing really there for us. So, and you kind of look at it, you squint, you see a lot of red, orange, or yellow, mainly yellow and orange. They're too close to each other. So we need some green and reds. We need to look like Christmas on the screen is what we want. James Madison, first off, you see orange and green. So look, see, that is Madison. That is a push. That is Marshall. That is Marshall. So we have 2 Marshall, 1 Madison, and push. Not enough. We need at least 3 to even consider talking about the game. So nothing there for us. And none of that is, none of it's good. Okay, moving to Coastal Carolina's up next. Okay, defense, Coastal, offense, Coastal, push, and a push. Not enough. Sorry, moving on. Old Dominion versus App State. Old Dominion defense for sure. App State defense, anything around 50 or more, 50 or less, I consider a push. So since this is like a 60-something difference, it's technically a lean for App State for me. And then I see 3 versus 196. That's App State offense all day, and that is App State defense. So it's App State in 3 of the categories. So we could look at App State because you might sometimes get you a nice plus road dog, and I'll take those. Like it's App by 5. App State -5. That could be a play because you got to look at how's Old Dominion going to score. Well, they're going to try to score from inside because that's how they get 51% of their team points from inside the arc. They only get 25% from outside the arc, and the rest are free throws. So if they do this, but they get shut down by this, but they can't do this, and they shoot great, they can't really defend the three. Like, I'll take App State. I'm gonna take App State -5. It's not the best play, but I will take it as a play because the numbers, I feel good enough about him, if that makes sense. You know, you get vibes on games. You're like, yeah, I can kind of get a vibe on this one. The fact that, to me, he can't shoot threes, and App State is third best in the country, and they're almost at 200. Yeah, I'll take App State to hit their threes. If you do your averages, we should be okay. So, moving on to there, we're going to Campbell Chunky Soup. Yeah, versus Charleston. So that's a push. That leans Charleston, and both of those are defense. So 3 defenses, nothing really there for us. Not really feeling that one. Drexel versus Elon. 53-23 is a push. That is a defense. That is a defense, and that is a push. Nope. Move on. You see how it kind of flies once you get the hang of it. Pretty nice. 32 versus 292 is Bill and Mary offense. That is a push. That is a push. That is Bill and Mary. So that's nothing there for us. And then from there, we go to North Carolina A&T. Terrible. How are you so bad at shooting? I don't get it. So that's defense. That's technically defense. It's more of a push, but it's still defense. And yeah, a lot of orange and yellow. Orange and yellow, orange and yellow. All right. Let's see. Towson. Where's Towson? There they are. Towson's next. See, now we got some like reds and yellows. So terrible shooting. So that's defense. That's defense. That's offense, but that's a push. If we had more defense, it could go for an under, but nothing there is really scream and take it here. So moving on from there, UNC Wilmington, first Northeastern, defense, push, offense, so nothing there. North Florida, let's roll through that one. If I can find it, there it is. In Central Arkansas, see, they're both very bad defending the 2, but you're bad at shooting the 2. So North Florida for sure on offense versus 2 is both offense, and then North Florida defense on both of these. So if anything, we could look at North Florida and actually have potentially, if we have 6 or less, I'd take North Florida. So let's type it up in the odds and see where Florida is. 9.5. See, 6 I like. Do I like 9.5? Not with this with the efficiency on defense. It's just not there. I just don't trust it. No, there's no point of betting if you don't feel good about it, right? So let's move on from that. So that was North Florida. Now we're going to Stetson. Yeah, Stetson versus Queens, and a lot of green, a lot of yellow. So that's a push. That is Stetson. That is Queens. That's offense, defense. No, nothing there for us. Jacksonville is up next against North Alabama. Number 2 defense inside the arc. So that is Jacksonville. That is defense. That's a push and a push. So we could go defense here if you wanted to, but nah. No, I like some, when you know, you'll see it. When you see it, you're like, oh yeah, that's a defensive game. Like, kind of like Georgia, Tennessee yesterday. You're like, oh yeah. They had 47 points at halftime. It was like, yeah, we're good. It was like 22-23. And then they barely hit it, but it was like they popped off in the second half though. It was like, whoop, okay. Where are we going next? We did Jacksonville. We're going to Quinnipiac. Yeah, that's right, Quinnipiac. Against Merrimack. We have defense, push, defense. Now, the defenses are so good here for like Quinnipiac and them. I'm not too concerned about this because you can't. Yeah, let's look at defense in this one. Let's go to let's see one with Quinnipiac. So it'd be too hard to find. 134. Damn, that's low. 134.5. Well, we'll see here if you add these two up on their high end, they're scoring 133 exactly. And here they're at 121. So that's our range, is 121 to 133. We have a range. The total is sitting just above it by 1 point at 134.5. So if they do their averages, we hit, but this is going to be a little bit of a sweat. So, and I kind of want to sweat today. So since it's outside the range that we have of our averages, I'm going to go with the under 134.5. Now they could blow us out of the water. This is if you play to your averages. That's all you got to do. So, Quinnipiac, way down here. Okay, so we're going to go under 130, 134.5. That's how we're going to do that. So, and then we're going to move on from it because we got it. We're moving on. Go. Let's see where we're going from there. St. Peter's, everyone's favorite 15 seed. Right there. Not this year, though. No. Number 1 defensive versus the 355. I don't think St. Pete's going to do too good at scoring today from 2. Not against Marist, who's number 1 in the country, giving up 32% inside the arc. That is ridiculously good. Wow. Push. St. Pete. I mean, yeah, there's nothing for us, but that's still cool to see the number 1 as something. Moving on to Fairfield Inn and Suites. Where's Fairfield? Am I blind? I am blind. Let's see. That is Niagara. That is a push and a push. Nothing for us. Some of these are very easy to see. It's like, why? Why even bet the game? There's no points. Ryder's playing Mount St. Mary's. Mount St. Mary's all day. Mount St. Mary's. Now we got 4 Mount St. Mary's, and we got some clear ones too. Like they're the 7th worst 3-point defensive team. They're 84th in the country. They're in the bottom 10% being so bad. 97th. So we want to see, is Mount St. Mary, do we get a good number? So we Mount St. Mary. You would think, just looking at this, Mount St. Mary should be favored by like 12, right? They're favored by 1.5. So this is the ones we like. Like the line is wrong. It's just wrong. Now, because the stats, now you do have player injuries that I do not really take into consideration, because college, unless you're just your superstar, a lot of teams are pretty balanced. Not many teams have like one superstar in college. So you can factor that in if you want to. But for me, I'm going to take this. We're going to take MSM minus 1.5 on the road and move on from there. So because that's a hellacious discrepancy. Same here. And then this one as well. It's 4. So yeah, that's what we do here. So moving on from Ryder, we're going to Siena. It's facing Sacred Heart. And we have Sacred Heart, we have Siena, and we have Siena. So that's a split. We don't do those. Moving to Iona, they're facing Canisius. Man, can't wait to watch this game. That's a push, technically. That is a push. That is often, yeah, there's nothing there. You can look at some of these and be like, oh, hell no, I'm not even looking at that. Like, look at this. Like, okay, first thing you see is Kennesaw's good from inside the arc. You see Sam Hughes is good outside the arc. So there's nothing there. Easy peasy to look at this stuff. So Jack State is facing La Tech. Man, Jack State is so bad recently. So that is La Tech. That's defense, offense, push. Nothing there. Nothing for us, sadly. We're going to FIU's up next. FIU versus New Mexico State. Look at New Mexico State. They're doing great recently. That's it. That's New Mexico State. That's New Mexico State. That's a push. That's New Mexico State. But I will take a look at it because I like Green. Green means you're playing great. So New Mexico State. 4.5 on the road could be a play. The efficiencies are great. They're not doing too hot. 4.5, it sounds like a stretch, but you know what? I think I'm going to take it. I might take it off later, but NMST minus 4.5. Yeah, we'll take that because I have a feeling we're not going to get too many today. We're already almost done with the list because we fly quick here. Even though it's 63 games, we move pretty quick. So, because I'm at the bottom of the list already. So now we're at Morehead State versus Western Illinois. And then, let's see, that is Morehead. The defense, offense. So 3 defenses, but I'm not going against. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Can't do that. Northern Arizona is up next against Sacramento State. And Sacramento State forgot to play basketball apparently because my God, red. So red versus orange. That's that leans Northern Arizona. That's defense, push, defense, nothing. Even though I love it, I love that logo. It's the axe head, pretty awesome. Northern Colorado is up next versus Portland State, and number 5 2-point shooting team in the country versus 306. I think Northern Colorado is going to do pretty good inside the arc. 54 versus 4 though. Portland State, you can score inside the arc all day, but outside, nah, that's ours. We shut that shit down. That's us. So that's too split for us. We don't do that. Arkansas State's up next versus Louisiana, and squint your eyes. And what do you see? A shit ton of orange and yellow. That's all you need to see there. Know that we don't have to look at it. So pretty simple stuff. Austin, PA, red versus orange and yellow. We'll look at the red. So terrible. You two suck at shooting. My God. Defensively, defense, and a push. So nasty. UT Arlington, defense. Great defenses, by the way. Great defense. The second worst defense. How are you so good? We were almost to the point where we're going to have a beautiful undertake, and then we get the second worst 3-point defense, but it is against one of the worst 3-point shooting teams. So we can look at this number and see if it's worth it. So Utah Valley, 1.5 for them with a 146. You add these two up and you add these two up. That's what I usually do to get the range. And we see we're sitting at what, 138.3. Okay, and then we're sitting at 136.7. So right there, the total's 146. I'm going under. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. We're going under in this one. So where is that game at? Where is this? Utah Valley? We're gonna go under because we got 3 amazing defenses and a terrible defense, but the offense going against is bad too. So we're gonna go under 146.5. Now remember, this is if they play to their averages. If they don't follow their averages in the last 3, it might not work out. So, but it's been, yeah, it's how we do things around here. So I don't think anybody else does it this way, but this is what we do. So from UT Arlington, where are we going? Let me get on my screen here so I can see. Utah Valley. Man, okay, got it. I figured it out. Tarleton's up next. We want some Tarleton State against Cal Baptist. Offense, defense. Not a shot in the world we touch that one. South Dakota, is that right? No, Tarleton. We're going South Dakota State. So we're hitting both Dakotas now. Gotcha. Okay, South Dakota State first against North Dakota. Yeah, you see how those go. And then we want the other Dakota, which is just plain Dakota. Yeah, terrible. Oral Roberts, man, defenses, 3 straight, all the defenses are bad, but the offenses are kind of good for Oral Roberts. We might take Oral Roberts. Hell, we might take the over. Anytime I see that many bad defenses, that's something to take. 172. Damn. I mean, it makes sense. Look, you add these up here at 165. It's in the range, I could tell. It's 165 here. But if you add these up, they're at 183. So your range is 165 to 183. The total is 172, right in the middle of the range. They know what they're doing. And then you could take Oral Roberts plus, man, what? Oral Roberts is plus 7.5. But I can't. The efficiencies are just way too bad down here. The offense is good. Hell, they might hit the over. Who knows? But I'm not touching it. I would lean Oral Roberts at plus 7.5, but I also lean the over because the efficiencies are just not there. So moving from there, from Oral Roberts to North Dakota State versus Kansas City. Now, yeah, Kansas City is fun. I like saying it. Kansas City beat a team by 100 points this year, 119 to 19. Look up their schedule. You'll see it and be like, damn. Yeah. And you'll be like, who is that? Is that even a real school? I don't think it is. I think they were just, see, push. Yeah, almost 4 pushes. That's crazy. Moving from there, we're going Tennessee State against SIU Edwardsville. Defense, amazing defense for both of them, and here. So this is the under we want to look at for sure. So we want to go Tennessee State, not Tech, not Martin. State, Martin, Tech. There it is. Nope. I won't stay there. Got it. 142 is what we're looking at. So, okay, currently we look at the averages based on how they've been doing the last 3 games. 61 plus 76. That is a 137, 138 even on the high end. And then over here, we're at 124. And then the total is at 142, which is outside the range. So we're taking the 142 for SIU and Tennessee State. So we're going under 142. Even 142. So we're going under there. If you play to your averages, we're going to be fine. That's all that matters. And we got a nice big gap too. It's good stuff. So Tennessee Tech is up next. Okay, so we're going to hit all Tennessee schools, aren't we? I think we are. So that was Tennessee State. Now we're on Tennessee Tech, and the opposite. A lot of red, orange. To see, that's Tech. That's a push. That's Tech. That's a push. Both defense. 3 defenses. Not enough for us really to care about. Next is Southern Indiana. Lindenwood defense, and yeah, nothing there for us. And then UT Martin versus Eastern Illinois. Same situation. Man, Eastern Illinois is so bad at the 3. They're just bad in general. They're terrible. Ugh. Okay, you can score, you can defend, but you can't. Yeah, not enough for us to care about. Northwestern, hey, we're getting some real schools finally. Maryland, Northwestern. Push. Maryland. Okay, we got 2 for Maryland and then nothing for Northwestern. What's the line? Maryland 1.5. I'm tempted. And they're efficient too. Yeah, I'm taking Maryland. Yep. We're going Mary 1.5. We're taking that for sure. Man, how many plays do I have? Not many. Not many. I figured I have more. From Northwestern, we're going to Nebraska. Nebraska versus Rutgers. Yeah, Rutgers does have like one of the top 3 players in the country. Let's be honest. Ron Harper is a beast. Didn't think he was that damn good, but he's better than his daddy. So come on. Push. That's Nebraska. That's no, I can't do it. Let's see. We got Idaho State versus Montana State, and no. Let's see. Offense. Push. Nope. As soon as we have a push, it's over. And then we have Weber. Yeah, Weber State. We can break out the grill. Yeah, a little charcoal, a little steak action. I'm down. Having some bear tonight. All right, that is deep. That's offense. That's offense. That is offense. And we got 4 offenses. Montana. Let's see. Can we get over? Can we get over, please? 146. Well, we're sitting here at 145, which is the top end, and then we're sitting here, which they both give up points. So they're both not that good, and we're sitting at 150 something. So yeah, we're just like on the range. We're just like right here at it. We could go over. It's like 90% of it's towards the over. We could. I don't like the efficiency being so bad for Montana offensively, so we'll pass on it. It's okay. We have lots of days of basketball. We don't have to bet every single game every single day. Yeah, we just take the ones that we really, really feel good about. So next is Grand Canyon versus Abilene Christian. And Abilene Christian gets all of their points inside the arc, 69%. Only 10% from 3. They're the worst 3-point scoring team, not percent. The second worst percent-wise, yeah. They make 2 threes a game. That's it. 2 threes a game on average in the last 3 games. 3.7 on the season. That is wild. So your 3-point defense means nothing to me. It's your 2-point defense, and you suck. And they kind of suck. But hey, whatever. Moving on. Liberty versus UTEP. That's defense. That's Liberty. Liberty's not even loading their logo. That's all right. Whatever. Moving on from that. Cal Poly is facing UC Davis. Orange, red, push. It's all pushes. UC Irvine, I don't like the California schools, to be honest, because they all, Fullerton's not good, though. That's Irvine. That's, my God, look at that gap. The worst 3-point shooting team is Fullerton. The 3rd best 3-point defensive team is UC Irvine. That they might not make a 3-all game. So, yeah, if they even shoot them, they only make 2.7 a game. So, good luck with that. We're on Irvine. We're going to Santa Barbara versus Riverside. A lot of orange and yellow. You can squint your eyes to see that, so we don't need to do it. And then we got Long Beach State. And San Diego is good. 7th and 8th. Offense and defense, they're amazing. From 2, they don't make many shots from there. So they are going to, Long Beach is going to do their damage outside the arc. San Diego's going to do damage inside the arc. And who knows what's going to happen in that one. From there, we got Loyola Marymount and Santa Clara. And Clara, push-ish, kind of. Yeah, moving on. Portland is facing who? Pacific. Push. That's all we need to see. Not good. Let's see. Pepperdine is up next. Pepperdine versus San Fran. Both defenses are terrible from 2, and offenses are terrible from 3. So they're about the same team, but nothing really stands out with them. Next is San Diego. We have 4 games left. San Diego's so bad. Washington State easily there. That's a push. Washington State, that's a push. That's not enough. You would think Washington State would be a little bit better. Or San Diego, because San Diego is so bad. Seattle is playing Utah Tech. That's all. Yeah. Oregon State's playing Gonzaga. Here we go. Number 16 Gonzaga. That's Zaga. Let's see. Offense. Push. Oregon State. No. Nothing's good for us there, though. And lastly, Hawaii versus Cal State Northridge. Push, and you see it there. So there we go. We went through all the games just like that. Speed is what we did. Now tomorrow's schedule real quick. That's it. I might have a video. I might not have a video tomorrow. If I do have a video, it might be this, but then I might, because look at Saturday. Let me show you Saturday. Just so you know. Let's just take a little stroll, shall we? Look at how many games there are. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's still going. It's still going, baby. Look at all the games. Look at all the games. I'm gonna try to get this up tomorrow for you though, because I know it's a long video. We'll try, see what we'll do. But other than that, we have this tomorrow, and I'll see what I do here. I don't know. We'll see. I appreciate being here. Drop a like, subscribe. If you want the plays typed out, go join the HQ. If you want access to the spreadsheet so you can do your own research, go join the HQ. Other than that, drop a like, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow for some kind of college video. Peace.